Hello, welcome again. We are covering the subject compressible fluid flow for civil services mains, IFS and gate aerospace. We started the topic Rayleigh curve and discussed the supersonic part of it. So this was the supersonic part at location 1 or region 1. There is supersonic flow, and when we add heat to it, it tends to become sonic, and at point A it becomes sonic. So now we will discuss the subsonic part. Suppose at region 1 the conditions are subsonic, and on Rayleigh curve or HS diagram it is represented by 1 dash. If we add heat to it, its Mach number will increase and go up to 1 or up to point A as we go on increasing heat heat added. Okay. So here the explanation is, now consider an alternative case when the initial flow in region 1 in figure is subsonic, say given by point 1 dash. So this is the region 1 and it is for given by point 1 dash. If heat is added to the flow, the conditions in the downstream region 2 will move closer to point A. So here in downstream the condition will move closer to point A if heat is added. If Q is decreased to sufficiently high value, then the point A will be reached and the flow in the region 2 will be sonic. So if point A is achieved, then the flow will be sonic if we add sufficient amount of heat. The flow is again choked. After that the heat cannot be added and this will be choking of flow. The flow is again choked. Any further increase in Q is impossible without adjustment of initial conditions in the region 1. If we change the conditions here or here, then the more heat can be added. Okay. So if we are able to change these conditions, then more heat can be added. Otherwise, that is the maximum that the heat can be added. If Q is increased above this value, then a series of pressure waves will propagate upstream. So if we increase the amount of heat, then the pressure waves will start propagating from downstream to upstream in this direction, and these pressure waves will change the conditions here so that the more heat can be added. So it means the condition at 1 are changing due to this pressure wave. If Q is increased above this value, then a series of pressure wave will propagate upstream and nature will adjust the condition in the region 1 to a lower subsonic Mach number to the left of point 1 dash. So these pressure wave will shift this point here more subsonic so that more heat can be added. Okay. So that is the method, or we can say that is the maximum amount of heat uh, which can be added without changing initial condition. Okay. So now this is your subsonic flow. So now here we have completed this Rayleigh curve. Okay. Suppose we start from here and we can go up to maximum here by heat addition in subsonic flow, and in supersonic flow we can go up to here again uh, by adding heat. Suppose we have initial Mach number as supersonic and we want to get sonic Mach number or sonic velocity. So what we will do, we will add heat up to this point A till this point A is achieved, and then we uh, extract heat. Okay, then the flow will come subsonic. Now, okay, so if we have subsonic flow and we want supersonic flow, what we'll do, we'll add heat up to this point A, and then we will remove heat to get this curve supersonic flow. So supersonic flow can be changed to subsonic flow, and subsonic flow can be changed to supersonic flow by alternative heating and cooling. Okay, so this is the point. Next point. Note from the Rayleigh curve as in figure, it is theoretically possible to deaccelerate supersonic flow to a subsonic value by first heating it until sonic flow. So if you want to change supersonic flow to subsonic flow, first by heating it to sonic flow, point A is reached, and then cooling it thereafter, and then cooling it thereafter. Okay. Similarly, initially subsonic flow can be made supersonic by first heating it till sonic point A is reached and then cooling thereafter. First by heating up to this point and then cooling. Okay. So this is the case. To achieve supersonic flow from subsonic flow and to achieve subsonic flow from supersonic flow. Okay. So now here uh, we can note down one more point, that here we have seen that the pressure ratio in both the cases, or the stagnation pressure ratio, in both the cases, whether the flow is supersonic or subsonic, is less than 1, or P02 is less than P01 in both the cases. So it means there is some decrease in pressure as in case of normal show. So it means when we had heat, there is some loss of pressure. So this pressure has to be recovered or has to be considered when designing the jet engine. So finally, in next one is finally, just in case of normal shock wave, heat addition to flow, supersonic, subsonic or supersonic, always decreases total pressure. This effect is of prime importance in design of jet engine and in pressure recovery attainable in gas dynamics. Okay. So this is about subsonic flow with heat addition on Rayleigh curve. Okay. In next video we will see that at point A there exists maximum entropy condition as well as exist sonic condition. So we will prove this, okay, at point A.